lot of times people aren't really buying pest control. Yeah, they want the result of like getting rid of the bugs, but they want the experience. And if you can create a great experience, which to me, an experience is almost the lead measure, like, and
Hmm.
customer service is the lag measure, if that makes sense. Because customer service in
Yes.
my mind is like you're handling the problems, like they're calling, right? That's customer service. Whereas like customer experience is more like, um, it's more of a lead, like a lead measure. I don't know if does that make sense?
No.
So
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
so um I tell my guys all the time, and I probably got this from like the book Win How to Win Friends and Influence People. But
Hmm.
anytime you show up to a house, say their name multiple times, call them by name multiple
Yes.
times. And if you're in the house treating or something, like just like you said your guy was doing, like find something that you can pull from their house and talk about. For example, I remember when I was out spraying, if I saw a deer mount hanging up there with the antlers and stuff, I'd be like, oh, did you get that? Oh, you hunt? Oh, cool. And like just start having this. Next thing you know, I created a raving fan because
Hmm.
and loyalty because I connected with them on a personal level. So now, like, technicians, dude, are so crucial to the business because if they can make a personal connection, like most of the time they love their technician more than they do the company because they're if that makes sense. So it's so
Yes.
important to learn to get people to like you quickly.
Yes. Yeah. And we've talked to our technicians all the time. We'll talk about value, like being a valuable company or offering a valuable service. And I've always taught my guys that there is a very big difference between value and cost, right? Value is what it's worth to somebody, and cost is just a number on the piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to further define value, I really truly believe that value is just a combination of personalization and relevancy, right?
Mm.
So if I go to someone's house and I'm saying their name, right, and I'm showing respect, and I'm talking about the key things that I'm doing to actually benefit their particular home, right? Not just every home, but their particular home. I'm showing them that I'm personalizing the service to them. What I'm doing is absolutely relevant to the money that they spend on the service that I provide. That's what really builds value. And then from a marketing aspect, I love asking people, especially after we close, like on an inbound lead or just on a door sale or whatever it is, you know, um, we'll talk about the service. They seem excited, right? And I'll say, hey, who else do you know that would love to get a great deal on a pest control service just like yours?
Mm.
And then just wait, see what they say.
Yeah.
Because you'd be surprised sometimes they get, my dad actually has a pest control service, but it's a different company, and I know that he would love having a local guy. And you're like, well, hey, I'd love to talk to him. Would you mind if I contacted him? You know,
Yeah.
and you just see where that goes, right? Asking existing customers, asking leads that just close for referrals is kind of my next step from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
If you have a really good relationship and you're able to do all these things, these like quality lead measures that we talked about, then you can leverage that to create new marketing opportunities for you in the form of referrals.
I love that. So I know we're getting close on time here, but I want to transition right back to some marketing tactics
Mhm.
besides obviously door hangers and door-to-door sales and direct mailers and stuff and a Google My Business account and probably creating a website. What would be
Mhm.
some at the starting stages would or is there some other marketing tactics that you would recommend for somebody that's just starting out? Or would you kind of just stick to those basics?
Some of the stuff you talked about are really great. Like the guerrilla tactics, we're talking flyers, we're talking door hangers. You can just go out. Those are all things that you have direct control over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is put in effort and you can get a return on that. Um, the other things, as far as visibility, we talked about Google My Business, but that's kind of a reactive thing. People have to be looking for pest control to see you. The proactive approaches are going to be social media, right? Like get on social media, get on as many social media platforms as possible and build your brand and express kind of what you're going for, your vision, your mission. You want to be the most valuable pest control service in the area. You want to be the safest pest control service in the community. Whatever your vision is, communicate it to people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because sometimes people don't always connect with the need of pest control, but people can connect with your vision and your mission statement, regardless of what their current needs are. And
Mm-hmm.
then they can actually get on board with that, right? They might think, that guy's awesome. That guy really does kind of encapsulate the type of person that I would want to buy something from. And you know what? I don't like doing pest control. I don't like doing my own pest control anymore. I'm just going to buy that, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to call that guy.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I think is really important is, share your vision, share your mission, share your brand, on as many different platforms as possible. And anytime you talk to somebody, whether it's somebody that you know or somebody that you just introduce yourself to, carry some cards and pass them out.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, yeah, like I'd say, hey, my name's Eric. I own a local company here in the area. It's called Natura Pest Control. If you ever need a need for pest control service, give me a call. I'd love to show you the difference between my company and any other company you might use in the area.